So I read somewhere that the Queen's sincere wish is that King Charles's wife takes on the title Queen Consort when she passes, okay? Now here in Ghana, some people have been sharing titles following recent developments, and you will know why. I don't know if you've heard, but I'm told we have a new title, which is the King's Damage Control Consort. Now, that job is daunting, but don't be deceived, it's rewarding. You know, there was this running joke when we were much younger that anytime the Queen makes a mistake or whatever, that mistake in pronouncing a word, like in the English, whatever, quickly the English language is, updated to reflect the mistake as the new order. You ever heard that? Yeah, that's the job. That job of updating a gaffe, no matter how scandalous, right, to an acceptable norm is one of the job descriptions that comes with the title, the King's Damage Control Consort. So far, many people say the King's Damage Control Consort is doing an impeccable job and he deserves his wages, if not an increase. Ladies and gentlemen, who is the King's Damage Control Consort?
My name is Nadidi. If you are looking for quality and authentic mobile phones and accessories, look no further than Franco Trading Enterprise. Franco Trading Enterprise deals in products such as iPhones, Samsung, Nokia, and all kinds of phones. We have accessories like hard drive, Bluetooth speakers, pen drive, and all kinds of phone accessories. We also deal in all brands of laptops. We are open for wholesales and retails. Franco Trading Enterprise, the home of quality mobile phones and accessories.
Franco Trading Enterprise, we have branches all over Ghana. You can also download Franco Trading app on Google Play Store.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
you like no other.
You are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. You like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie.
Thank you, Mommy. I love my Indomie.
This advert is FDA approved.
All right, so welcome to the show, everyone. This is BackPage on Citi TV. My name is Caleb Kuda. So the WHO boss says we are gradually winning the war against COVID-19. Now, with all the evils COVID-19 inflicted on us, one of the moments we will all remember with mixed emotions of fear and assurance, clarity and uncertainty, opportunity and loss is the fellow Ghanaians updates. Remember? Oh, yeah. We know how to bring the economy back to life. In fact, let's just revisit that for a moment.
As we have demonstrated over the course of the last 3 years, where we inherited an economy that was growing at 3.4% and transformed it into one which has grown by an average of 7% over the last 3 years, I assure you that we know what to do to bring back our economy back to life. What we do not know is how to bring people.
Now, for the records, this was not plagiarized in any way. It was fellow Ghanaians' own organic content that comforted all of us, including Asiadun Ketia and most of the NDC people. I believe John Mahama is part. Now, that we are almost done with the COVID-19 marathon. We're almost done with that. Another pandemic that is taking center stage is the hunger pandemic, the ahotre pandemic, the afupakpa pandemic. Others say it's akpafuado pandemic, however you choose to say it, I don't know. But Charlie, right now, pure water, it be 50 Ghana pesos, my God. Just easy, hey. So, some Ghanaians have been looking forward to a fellow Ghanaians' address to assure them that, Charlie, this too shall pass. That, Charlie, the Lord has not abandoned us on the battlefield to die of hunger. Hallelujah. But that has not happened yet. So while we wait, let me seize this opportunity to say, fellow Ghanaians, good evening. I can see the new pure water price representing the increasing cost of living without any increase in income has shocked you.
For the second time this year, the National Association of Sachet and Packaged Water Producers has announced an upward adjustment in prices of their products. The decision was arrived at after a meeting by the National Executive Committee of the association. Sachet water will now be sold at 50 pesos, while a bag of sachet water will also sell at 7 Ghana cedis from the retail trucks.
Not only that, transport fares may also go up soon, dancing to the tune of increasing fuel prices.
Initially, GPRTU was thinking of 20% increment, but at the meeting yesterday, they saw that yes, their 20% is only based on fuel. They didn't add lubricant, neither spare parts or anything. That's why they were coming out with that 20%. But upon deliberation on meeting yesterday, we all have agreed on 30%. Yeah, petroleum, spare parts, the unit cost of a car, and other amenities that balls to our transport operation, we add it all before we arrive. Even it's more than the 30%. But as we know, wages have not been increased. So we also decide to, be at the lower side by taking 30%.
Well, that may not happen. As GPRTU says, the other they don't have locus. But fellow Ghanaians, in addition to the proposed increase in transport fares, I am aware of the unprecedented jump in inflation rates. For now, dear, it has reached Kumipreko levels, unprecedented.
August 2021, year-on-year inflation for the month of August 2022 stood at 33.9%. This indicates a 2.2 percentage point higher rate of inflation relative to the rate that was recorded in July 2022. In July 2022, the rate of inflation stood at 31.7%, and this has gone up by 2.2 percentage points for the month of August 2022. We see an exact reversal of this on a month-on-month basis. For the first time in 2022, we've recorded the lowest month-on-month rate of inflation, which stood at 1.9%. This also compares with a 2.2 percentage point reduction relative to the rate that was recorded in July 2022.
Be that as it may, my government has identified the main cause of our dwindling economic gains. We have found a problem. The problem is very scary. Fellow Ghanaians, the problem.
If you go to the districts, they talk about community mining. Community mining is the MPP party executives and the DCAs who are doing the community mining. And so they are the ones doing what they're doing. And so how can you expect him to fight, Galamsey when his own people are involved in it?
Yeah, the president lacks the political will to do this.
He does. It makes very nice, verbiage when you talk about it and you express a will to do something with. Action speaks louder than words. Our river bodies are still the coffee color that they were.
Fellow Ghanaians, my government will not cease to hit the nail on its head. All the economic hardships you are feeling in your pockets and on your tables is as a result of how Opana incompetently managed the economy. My competent economic management team, however, tidy up the system. And they say COVID-19, SABBR. Right now, that they say COVID-19 is almost over. The Russia-Ukraine war too is not getting much attention. It is our firm belief that the sad passing of the Queen has affected the city. Be that as it may, my government will take advantage of the upcoming funeral or forge a strong partnership with my classmates, King Charles III, when he saw my classmate, under the Ghana Beyond Aid or Batampa program. I am confident these two shall pass on God. What I am certain will pass soon, what I'm not certain will pass soon is whether she fled, she was deported, or she was repatriated. I'm not certain.
When you have a situation like this woman who was, I'm not still sure whether she was in fact deported or whether she fled the country the first time and has now come back, but whatever. There still seems to be some uncertainty about it, but whichever way it is, she has become the sort of nickname for all that the Galamsey represents, and unfortunately also for the involvement of Chinese nationals in Ghana in this particular illicit trade. We have constantly to work at it.
Okay, so in literature, what I'm about to do is called foreshadowing. In fact, I've already done that. I'm referring to the King's Damage Control Consort. You just get it. Did you see the shock on the face of the King's Damage Control Consort, who is now affectionately referred to as Teacher Kojo? Oh, you missed it. Okay, pay attention.
When you have a situation like this woman who was, I'm not still sure whether she was in fact deported or whether she fled the country the first time.
Now, you people claim Teacher Kojo was shocked. You see, sometimes what you perceive as the reaction of someone may not be the reality. You know, that I am yawning doesn't necessarily mean I'm hungry. It could mean I'm sleepy. But so I raised my head and my eyes popped out wild in shock, or popped out wild. It doesn't, and it coincided with something that the king is saying. It doesn't mean that I'm shocked. Goodness, God of hope. Anyway, so Sunday asked Teacher Kojo if he was shocked. So let's get to hear from the horse's home. Pay attention to the answer. Were you shocked?
Many people are talking about what was that lifting of a head and eye-opening for. You were shocked, weren't you? Because I was, and many people are shocked.
In my answer, I said, if you listen to just the first part of his answer, you will be shocked.
So you were not surprised at all hearing the president say what he said?
No, I'm saying that if you listen to just the first part, you will be surprised.
No, you were in the studio. You listened to everything. I didn't. So I'm just asking you what your genuine reaction in your non-verbal communication was.
Yeah, when you listen to the entire conversation and when he answered, you will notice that when he continued his answer, not only myself, but nobody else was shocked when he continued his whole answer. When you listen to the full answer, then you have clarity.
Okay, so Teacher Kojo, were you shocked? That's the question.
Many people are talking about what was that lifting of a head and eye-opening for. You were shocked, weren't you? Because I was, and many people are shocked.
In my answer, I said, if you listen to just the first part of his answer, you will be shocked.
So you were not surprised at all hearing the president say what he said?
No, I'm saying that if you listen to just the first part, you will be surprised.
No, you were in the studio. You listened to everything. I didn't. So I'm just asking you what your genuine reaction in your non-verbal communication was.
Yeah, when you listen to the entire conversation and when he answered, you will notice that when he continued his answer, not only myself, but nobody else was shocked when he continued his whole answer. When you listen to the full answer, then you have clarity.
So after listening to this interview, I decided to take it easy on Adam, you know. Adam, where are you? He says, I was afraid. Where are you? You just provide the digital address of where you are. Where are you? We say, I was afraid, bra. Honorable Teacher Kojo, were you shocked?
When you listen to the entire conversation and when he answered, you will notice that when he continued his answer, not only myself, but nobody else was shocked when he continued his whole answer. When you listen to the full answer, then you have clarity.
It's okay. It's okay. The government told us that Aisha Huang is a Galamsey kingpin or queenpin or next of king. We don't know. She is so dangerous to us that we have arrested her and arraigned her before court. We clap for the government. They're not free. The most dangerous element supposed to have been napped was nowhere to be found. In fact, this is how her lawyer recounts the drama.
I think it was a wrong move, but they took her out of Ghana. Today we are being told in the court that she sneaked out of Ghana, which is false, a blatant untruth, an inaccurate statement, which was made to the court. Very sad, most unfortunate.
Okay, so guys, why didn't we jail her? Again, here's the most senior of all the wise men giving counsel to the king on the bright idea he had.
A very good relationship with China. They're the main company that is helping develop the infrastructure system in Ghana. Is Sino Hydro. It's a Chinese company. It's the one that's going to help process our bauxite and provide about $2 billion to us. So when there are these kind of agreements, there are other things behind the scenes. Putting that lady in jail in Ghana is not going to solve your economic problems. It's not going to make you happy or me happy. That's important. The most important thing that is being imported out of Ghana.
Okay, so we were dealing with deportation, feeling good that we didn't jail her, we deported her. Now we will get some coins from Sino Hydro, only for King William III, yeah, to disclose that he's not sure whether the lady fled or was deported. But now the king's damage control consort says it was a figure of literature, a figure of speech, yeah.
For anybody who listens or hears only the first of the president answer to the question about deportation, that person may come across as surprised. But when you listen to the entire submission, then you get the context of what he was talking about. He was asked a question about the deported woman who showed up here in Ghana. And in a figure of speech, he says he's not too sure if it's a deportation. And I think that's where you see me lift my head. And then he goes on to say, or if she fled the jurisdiction, because then that would be voluntary. And voluntary has got to do with the repatriation part of it.
Thank you for the clarification, Teacher Kojo. Now, let's delve into it a bit, okay? This is literature review. You see, we have different types of this figure of speech. So there is synecdoche, for example. There is metaphor. The synecdoche, it's that one, you use parts to represent whole. Like, you ask someone's hand in marriage. You ask for someone's hand in marriage. It doesn't mean they will chop up their hand and give to you. It comes with the whole installation. You understand? It's a full complement. You get it? So, the figure of speech that King William used, could it be synecdoche? Using Aisha Huang to represent the whole Galamsey situation in Ghana? So one, you can say that if it is synecdoche, then the Gala fight has moved from line. Remember the line? Oh, we'll put the presidency on the line. Good. We have clearly moved from the line. We have increased the punishment for offenders. We have also moved to being able to catch anyone who flees, anyone who is deported, anyone who sneaks out, apparently. Charlie, I'm confused. I think Aisha Huang is an epitome of a fight against illegal mining. The fight itself is confused. Do you agree with me or not? Well, if you don't, at least someone does. His name is Odike.
You have the same president who will turn around to tell Ghanaians that the fight against Galamsey, all hands must be on deck.
Yes.
He has spent $400 million US, but the Galamsey is fighting him.
How?
He has lost the fight. It is clear.
He has put soldiers on the ground to deal with the Galamsey fight. He keeps making statements to prove that he is against Galamsey.
What is happening on the ground is the soldiers prefer going to Galamsey site than peacekeeping mission.
How?
Because they are also direct beneficiaries. They go there to protect those who are destroying our environment.
No, they go there to stop them from
It is not true. The reverse is the case.
No, Odike, that guy, they trust him. But imagine that Odike has been banished from his hometown. But Aisha Huang, it's okay. The other figure of speech I can think of relating to Teacher Kojo's lecture is irony. Essentially, Aisha Huang and all that package she has come to represent, all that she comes with, makes the Galamsey fight an irony of sorts.
I've said it in the cabinet, and perhaps it's the first time I'll be saying it in public. I am prepared to put my presidency on the line on this matter. I've heard it being said that I should be careful. Many of these people voted for me, and if I continue this exercise, perhaps they will not vote for me again. And I'll say to myself, well, this is a choice that all of us have to make as human beings. You do what you think is right, or do you do what you think will allow you to get along?
So now it's up to Teacher Kojo, aka the King's Damage Control Consort, to tell us whether the figure of speech he was talking about is synecdoche or is irony. You're still watching the president's initial distant learning. After this break, Aisha Huang's lawyer is doing the work of the Queen. Excellent lawyer, Charlie.
I see. Yeah, you guys can have what's all for it too. Life is too short, I know if you waste time. When they up at this, why on not they sleep, make you wake up. Who they call me if you know the party, call me later. If your girlfriend no go, call your side chick, it makes a link combo.
Good day energy drink. Excessive drinking can be detrimental to your health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine.
This advert is FDA approved.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
you like no other.
You are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. You like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie.
Thank you, Mommy. I love my Indomie.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome from that break, everybody. This is BackPage on Citi TV. My name is Caleb Kuda. So I saw this video of how Galamsey has ravaged Alubo, Chale. They have created shallow graves all over the place in Alubo, even under somebody's house. It's like they've chopped the foundation and they are searching for gold in Alubo. I saw the video on YouTube. I don't know if you saw it too.
But I come home for the uti omukasa pa na ebufu wom eya wom papa ye because nkwana nketen school for enso wo ho wom so eye omuko school one 3 year na akofa ye nyekese etina ban kankan kura se nso tokese pa dia one hwa so me be si wo elibo wo Dwaboso district mensin mu no we je efi ankasa wo efi finfin ye tu ho amna donko eno mo kwa se ko ya bo no ba.
Yeah. This is another level of impunity. But Aisha Huang's lawyer says he doesn't understand why the media has blown this small Aisha Huang illegal mining issue out of proportion. What is this?
My worry is that the media has overhyped this small matter of mining without license and doing mineral sales without license. It's a small matter. It happens every day in Ghana. So I don't see why the media should even write an editorial on this matter.
But Captain Nkrabia Ifadate, also known as for those of you who know your history. Okay, so Nkrabia Ifadate made a very interesting revelation, but let me take a few steps back. Now, per the King's Damage Control Consort's operational word, we have moved from deportation to repatriation. But the prosecutor on the case makes us understand that Aisha, no, she sneaked out of the country. It just said deportation, repatriation, fleeing you, confusion. Right now, everything has become an irony. Figure of speech, confusion, you're bassabated. But Nkrabia has a question for the Attorney General. He's been asking why the government didn't add to her charges her supposed illegal entry back into the country. Now, that's a good question, don't you think? Or we don't share that one to deal with the lady on. Because already senior man, legend, Abdul Malik Kwekubako, he has given us some insights into just how powerful, Aisha Huang is. My God.
They have video and audio recordings of their conversations with some strategically placed persons from then and now, and some they are having sex with, or they have girls, some mainly Chinese, who they brought into town, who sleep with these big men or big guys well placed. And they have them, and they use it to blackmail our big men into submission. That's how powerful they have become.
If this is true, it reminds me of one of Kaki's songs. I put my waist on rewind like a merry-go-round. Ronaldo, Saka Pim Pim. No, I think it's a good place to end the show. But before we go, if you had to describe this country, this Ghana, this our motherland, if you had to describe it with one figure of speech, what will it be? No, don't say Aisha Huang because it means different things, different people. It could be Saka Pim Pim.
Citi TV is live. On DSTV, go to channel 363. On GoTV, access Citi TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Citi TV on your television. Citi TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and StarTimes box. Citi TV, it's your world.